Good morning to all. So today through this lecture I will be sharing with you how to calculate the mean by using all the three methods. Though these two now are not the part of your syllabus, but direct method is there. But for your knowledge sake I am just explaining all these three methods. Just I am applying the three methods for question number 7 of your course book exercise 14.1. So first of all, let us see that your mean can be calculated by three methods. One is direct method that you did in class 9 also. Then it is second one is called shortcut method or assumed mean method. We call this deviation method also. Shortcut method, assumed mean method or deviation. Then third is the step deviation method, and formulas for these three, this you did in class 9. X bar is equal to xi fi xi divided by sum of all the frequencies. This is assumed mean method, means or shortcut method or deviation method. X bar is equal to a plus xi fi di divided by sum of all the frequencies. This is the formula to use this method, that is your shortcut method. And then step deviation method, x bar is equal to a plus xi fi ui divided by xi fi into h. So later on I will be explaining these terms to you. What is ui, what is h, what is di here, so and what is a, what does it means ki assumed mean. So first of all, what we did in class 9, let us have a look for this. So you know there are 4 columns we need to apply the direct method. If class intervals are given, I will be writing there. So I picked this question number 7 only because with my experience, every year I am asking the students any question, you let me know which I can solve for you. So most of the time, majority I am getting to solve this question because you can understand the questions, class intervals are in decimal and decimal phobia is also one of the major part among your average students. So class intervals you need to write. Then second column is a frequency. Third column you have to find a class mark, and formula to that you know, lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So lower limit plus upper limit means 0.00 plus 0.4 will give you 0.4 divided by 2. So first will be equal to 0.02 in that way. And when you will add this lower plus upper, so this will become 0.12, 0.04 plus 0.08 and divided by 2. So you will be getting 0.06. So like that. So whatever the difference between the first two is same, you have to keep on adding to the next one. So 0.04, it will make 0.10. फिर again 0.04, 0.14, again 0.18 and 0.22. In that way you can write all the class marks here. And then last column is the product of these two, fi into xi. So 4 into 2 you know 8. After the after decimal, how many places there will be, how many digits? 2 digits. So 9 into 6 54, 9 into 10 90, 2 into 14 28, 4 into 18 72, 2 into 22 44, and keep on putting the decimal by counting the digits from right to left, 2 digits. And then sum of the frequencies, that is xi fi 30, and sum of all these products will be coming is equal to 2.96. Write the formula, xi fi xi divided by again sum of all the frequencies. So this is 2.96 upon 30 and your answer will be equal to 0.099. That is the percentage of somewhere sulfur SO2 is asked somewhere. So accordingly ppm is the unit it is given there. That's I mentioned in your answer. So that's all about your direct method which you did in class 9 also. Now let us see what we have to do in shortcut method. Now please see, first, second and third column are same what we did here. Now I said this is also called assumed mean method. So what you have to do extra here is, once you have written the class marks, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not necessarily either it will be even number or the odd number. So when it is odd like this, so 6 divided by 2 you can take the third. If 8 are there you can take the fourth. If 10 are there you can take the fifth. If odd number is there, suppose it is 7. So 3 you set to the upper part and 3 you set to the lower part. and then you can take the middle one as the assumed mean. So here it is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in the column of class marks, you have to write the value of A, which is called assumed mean. Which is called assumed mean. Means my answer will be somewhere close to this. So that I have considered here assumed mean 0.10. So third reading I have taken. You can take fourth one also. No issues about that. So I have taken third one. So this is your A. You have to mention this is my assumed mean here. So on behalf of assuming this mean, we are giving this method the name of assumed mean method also. So this is called your shortcut method also. So this is the first task you have to do extra than that of the direct method. This is column. This is the common column. Again, this is the common column. This is the common column which we did in the previous one. So new thing we did here is we have written what is A is equal to. Then deviation. That is called DI. So what is DI is equal to? Xi minus A. Means what is the class mark? From that I need to subtract this. So when from 0.02 I will be subtracting 0.10. So I will be getting minus 0.08. So this is the reading of Xi minus A. I have written very clearly here. So Xi minus A, first reading, because this is minus now, plus 0.02 minus 0.10. So 0.10 is greater. So sign will be of greater term. So this will be coming in negative sign. Similarly, minus plus 0.06 minus 0.10 will give you minus 0.04. So and from itself, because 0.10 itself is a class interval also. So from 0.10 to at one point always you will be getting the null value, that is 0. After 0 all the results will be positive. Now Xi minus A means 0.14 minus this, so that will be greater, so it is in plus. Then next again in plus, next again in plus. But what we are doing? Xi minus A, Xi minus A, Xi minus A. So the difference of these I have written here. So that is called DI. So what is DI? Deviation is equal to Xi minus A. Class mark minus assumed mean. Now Fi is here and Di is here. So product of Fi Di. In previous one we have taken the product of Fi Xi. So Fi Xi not required as per the formula. I need the product of Fi into Di. So now I will be multiplying these. 4 into 0.08 with minus sign. So plus into minus will make it minus. So 0.32. Then 9 into 4 is 36. So minus 0.36. 9 into 0, 0. So that is 0. 2 into 0.04. 2 4s are 8. So 0.08. 4 into 0.08 is 0.32. And 2 into 0.12 is 0.24. So 3 readings I am getting in plus. 2 readings I am getting in minus. So you add minus minus together, it will be coming minus 0.68, and here when you add these three, it will be coming 0.64 of plus sign. So 0.64 and 0.68. 0.68 is greater, that is of negative, so your sum, that is Xi Fi Di, will be equal to what? Minus 0.04. Make a note of that. So Xi Fi Di, because I need from the formula point of view. So when I need it, so you have to write it very clearly. The Xi Fi Di is equal to minus 0.04 and some of the frequencies will remain same. Write down the formula. X bar is equal to A plus Xi Fi Di divided by Xi Fi. So here what is A is assumed mean, that is 0.10. Then plus sign here, Xi Fi Di very clearly minus 0.04 upon sum of the frequencies, that is 30. So take the LCM 30. 30 into 0.10 will give you 3. Plus minus is minus. This will be 0.04 and again we are back to the same equation, that is 2.96 upon 30. So 2.96 upon 30 was the answer here. That will remain same in second, because whatever the method you are applying, mean will remain same in all the three answers. So you reach back to that 2.96 upon 30. Again your answer will be equal to 0.099. So in step deviation method, now 1, 2, 3, first common, again class interval, again frequency, again class mark, then fourth again is common. Now what we did in previous one, xi minus a, that is di, same what we did in previous one. Now the fifth column is added to get ui. This is the step deviation. So what is ui is equal to di upon h. What is h is? The class size. And I told the difference between the successive class marks is the class size. So 0.06 and 0.02's difference when you will be taking, that will be coming somewhere is equal to 0.04. Or the data is continuous, upper limit minus lower limit also can be the class size here. So that you again check, again that will be coming is equal to 0.04. But better to proceed in successive difference of the class marks to take the class size exactly in all these, that is coming is equal to 0.04. So whatever you have got in this fourth column, now that you need to divide by class size. So that is 0.04. So when you will divide this 8 by 0.04, 2, then because decimal equal places are there, will go off. So minus is there, so minus will remain there, minus 2. Then minus 0.04 upon 0.04 will give you minus 1. Then 0 divided by any number is always equal to 0. And similarly, when this all three will be dividing by 0.04, so this is in plus 1, this is in plus 2, this is in plus 3. 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12. So plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. So then here it is now ui and fi. So in place of fi di now we have to shift to fi and ui. Product of fi, frequency with this step deviation. So 4 into minus 2, minus 8, 9 into minus 1, minus 9, 9 into 0, 0, 2 into 1, 2, 4 into 2, 8, 2 into 3, 6, 3 are of plus, 2 are of minus, this is minus 17, this is plus 16. So sum of the product of fi and ui will be equal to minus 1, minus 17 plus 16, that is equal to minus 1. Now you write down the formula here. That is x bar is equal to a. What is a? Assumed mean. Xi fi ui. Very clearly I have got that is equal to minus 1 upon sum of the frequencies will remain same throughout all the three methods. 30 into h I told here is the class size. Now you substitute all these values. So your assumed mean was 0.10. Xi fi ui you got is equal to minus 1. Sum of the frequencies is 30 and your class size is 0.04. So when you will multiply this into this, so plus into minus is minus. So 0.04 will be there. Here it is 30. Here it is 0.10. Take the LCM 30. So 30 into 0.10 will give you 3. Again minus 0.04. And we are back to that first again 2.96 upon 30. So again you will be getting the answer is equal to 0.099. So this is the solution I have given to you of one question, that is of question number 7 by all the three methods. So first was the direct one, second was the shortcut method, and third was the step deviation method. So you need to add one column extra. When we started with direct method, how many columns were there? 4. Then in deviation method we got 5, and in step deviation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 columns are there, and what we have to do in those 6 columns I have explained thoroughly to you. Kindly go through the calculations properly, and at least you apply these 3 for the knowledge sake in 2 or 3 questions of your exercise. You will be very clear what is the advantage of using. If you will find here the calculations are easiest in step deviation method, that is only the advantage. And this will be a great help for you, especially when the class intervals or frequencies are given in hundreds or thousands. So from that calculation point of view, these methods are very useful. So that is only the purpose, to add these 2 methods to your knowledge. Rest of the things are up to you. But now the step deviation method and shortcut method are not the part of your syllabus. So thank you very much. This is all. Then tomorrow I will come with one more question regarding some other calculation, especially in case of mean, that is about the missing frequencies. Till then, have a nice time. Bye bye.